This is my last call for things to get better. Frozen and can't breathe at all. Like a ghost with no soul, and like a heart with no beat. You're claiming control, unable to see. You're like a demon in dark, and like a force with no release. You're claiming control by yours to me. I'm too broken to be fixed. I'm too numb to feel the pain, too blind to see the truth. I'm too weak to walk away, but I'm finding strength. I'm finding strength. I'm finding strength in the arms of someone else. I'm finding strength. I'm finding strength. I'm finding strength in the arms of someone else. I'm finding strength in the arms of someone else.
Been counting all your aces, you ain't winning. Your phone book full of numbers, staring names. All them vain decisions keep you jaded. You could have found the one, but you won't change. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should, I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time and ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should, yeah. Aren't you glad to meet me?
Alright guys, so I've just finished the leg day right now. I'm gonna go home on my bike, then I'll get back to you guys with the Q&A. So see ya. Got the egg whites just about to go down, so I'm just gonna have this right now. It actually tastes terrible, especially the first time when I tried it, but ever since I got used to it, now it doesn't taste as bad. I'm not gonna buy it again because I have to save my money for other stuff, but yeah, it's pretty decent, I think. Just about to go up the mountain right now to get back home. Alright guys, I'm not even halfway there yet, and as you can see, super steep. Still got a long way to go. Yeah, I cycle up some of it, the flatter parts, then I walk up the steeper parts. But yeah, you guys have been wondering why I have huge freaking calves. Well, now you know. Don't even have to train them in the gym. Alright guys, so I just got back home. I'm just about to get into the Q&A. I'm not going to answer all the questions. I'm just going to answer the ones that I think are worth answering, because of course you're going to get like some ridiculous questions and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just going to answer the most popular questions and the ones that I think that are actually worth a response, basically. So yeah, let's get into it. Who's your biggest inspiration in bodybuilding? To be honest, I don't really have a biggest inspiration. Like, I take inspiration from different places. Like, of course, I inspire myself as I get better. You know, you kind of become your own inspiration, which is like an important part of the fitness journey, or kind of any journey in life in general. Once you get better and better, you start kind of having to look back on yourself when you feel like quitting, and just look back and see how far you've come and how many obstacles you've overcame. So yeah, I would say I don't really have a big inspiration, but yeah, can't pinpoint my finger on one. I mean, I'm not really into like vlogging channels, but I like David Lade's kind of like aesthetic channel, and like how he has like an aesthetic physique and stuff like that, and that's pretty inspiring to take like cool aesthetic pictures and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't really like the content, like the vlog kind of content. I like watching it a bit, but I think it's fun, but I don't really like investing too much time into it. I prefer more informative content, like from channels like Natural Hypertrophy or Jeffrey Verity Schofield. So yeah, those channels are really informative, and they have very impressive physiques, considering that they are natural, which is like a huge important part in whether I like somebody in the fitness industry or not, is whether they're natural or not, basically. Yeah. What are your measurements? So, my measurements without a pump, my arms are 16.25 inches. My quads are 24.5 inches. My calves are 17 inches. My waist is 30.5 inches, like 30.5. And my chest is almost 44 inches without a pump, and like 33.75, but like a bit more than that, to be honest. It's like literally almost 44. And my forearms are 13.75 of an inch. So yeah, those are my measurements. How tall are you? I'm 6'2", 188 centimeters. Do you feel uncomfortable speaking Portuguese? If you guys don't actually already know, I actually live in Portugal, so I actually have to speak Portuguese basically because I go to school here and everything, because I'm in my last year. So yeah, I've learned fluent Portuguese. I don't feel uncomfortable speaking it. I mean, I think it feels a bit strange speaking Portuguese on camera, but in general to actual other people, it doesn't feel weird at all. So no, I don't feel like uncomfortable speaking Portuguese in real life, basically, yeah. But on camera, it feels a bit strange, yeah. Just I'm not used to speaking, a different language on camera to somebody who's watching online, It's kind of feels weird, yeah. Do you have good genes, or do you just train like a beast? Like, I wouldn't say I have good genes, to be honest, because if you see my transformation, if you've seen it, it's like I start off really pretty skinny for my height. Not like emaciated, but just like skinny, I'm not like on the bottom emaciated skeleton tier, but I'm not like normal either. I'm just like in that kind of lower tier, just emaciated. Well, not emaciated, but just skinny, because I did start off 63 kilos, 64 kilos when I was 14 years old. So, and I had been up that weight since I was like 13. So that's not a lot for my height, because I'm the same height now as I was then. I haven't really grown. Maybe I've grown a centimeter, but like nothing crazy. So I would say I'd have like alright genetics. Like some places I have good genetics, like my calves are big and they actually are overpowering compared to my quads. So I've been training my quads like a lot more lately, and they've gotten way bigger. And also my ab insertions are pretty good as well. But that's basically it. Like everything else is kind of meh, alright. So no, I wouldn't say I have good genetics. Alright, I'm back. Sorry guys, my phone just ran out of space. So it just cut off the footage, and yeah, I'll just get back to the questions. What are your current life goals? So, my current life goals, if I could just put myself in like a universe where I just like achieved everything I wanted to achieve, you know, like my life goals, it would basically be growing the YouTube channel, being able to inspire more and more people, basically showing people how to train, inspiring younger people who are like me, you know, who are like skinny or whatever your problem you have that you want to fix, especially in fitness, really, yeah. So inspiring people, growing the channel, being able to make money off of having, you know, being able to make an income off of my YouTube training, fitness, doing personal training plans. I'm already doing that currently, actually. So if you want one, you can just hit me up on Instagram. And yeah, being able to inspire other people, really. Getting a sponsorship from a company. And that's basically it, to be honest. Oh yeah, and obviously, physique-wise, getting as big as I can naturally, basically, yeah. So that would be epic, to be honest. Life goals. Are you natural? Yes, I am natural. I'm 100% natural. Never taken anything. Never want to take anything. I don't really see much point in taking stuff, unless your goals are to be like the biggest person, or the like your goals are just to be like proper bodybuilder and make money off of bodybuilding, like doing competitions and stuff. If that's not your goal, or unless you're like a professional athlete or something, I don't know. But even then, I don't want to sacrifice my health for that kind of stuff, and I don't like the fact that those people just gain so much faster just from like cheating, basically. So yeah, I don't believe in really taking drugs, especially at my age. Like, I'm 17. No way I'd take anything. So yeah. What's the hardest thing about training? Definitely the hardest thing, there's many hard things about training, but definitely is consistency, because there'll be many days where you feel like you don't want to train, like you don't want to get out and get after it, and you just want to sit at home. You might not necessarily feel like you might not feel like you can't train, you know. You might feel fine, you might feel like, oh yeah, I could, but I just don't feel like it, you know. It's that excuse. It's not like you're actually sick or something and you generally can't train. So yeah, just getting after it, being consistent throughout just years and years, because if you start quitting, if you quit this one session, you quit the next, it just goes downhill from there. It gets worse and worse, and in the end you end up not making progress, and then you end up going backwards. So nobody wants to go backwards. Nobody wants to go backwards in life, no. So yeah, that's probably one of the hardest things about training. But I think the hardest thing about training is, one of the hardest things about training is probably the intensity, keeping the intensity high on every set you do, basically. Because when you're doing a set, if you actually go intense halfway through your set, so that's 50% of a set that you've currently done, you will feel like you want to just quit and stop, but you have to keep going to get to failure and just progressively overload, basically, or else you're never gonna really get anywhere. So yeah. what supplements are you taking? Currently, I'm only taking creatine. It's one of the only supplements I would recommend. The only supplements I recommend is creatine and protein powder, but I'm not taking protein powder. I have protein egg whites powdered, but I've only been taking them for a short while, and I don't take them every day because I don't think it's worth taking them every day because it's expensive and I don't think it's going to make that much difference basically. So once I run out of that, I'm just going to stop taking this stuff. I'm going to stop buying anymore. Sorry. So yeah, this is the only one I take, and I've been taking it for about 4 months. So yeah, and don't think, oh, he's taking creatine, oh, that makes such a big difference. It doesn't, trust me. It's like 3-4% difference, if that. So yeah, that's basically it, and see you guys in the next video.